Now then, people, it's Joe, it's All Leeds TV, and it's time for your Leeds versus Tottenham Hotspur post-match chat. Before we get into the video, please smash a like. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes on this video. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It is free. As you can see, that number's changed. It's no longer 20k. We did that on the stream. We want to get to 30k. So keep smashing that subscribe button if you haven't already. Look, Leeds United were beat again today against a better side, a top six side, a team that have an abundance of quality both on and off the bench. But as a Leeds United fan, it's fine. People might not agree with me, but it's okay. Look, we've had 2 defeats in 5. That's good form for a team that's fresh out of the Championship. It wasn't as heavy as it was against that team across the Pennines a couple of weeks ago. We're on the back of 2 very good, wins against Burnley and West Brom. This was always going to be a tough fixture. I was impressed with the way we started the game. I thought Click started really well. We had chances. Let's not forget this. We did have chances as well. And this is the difference between the 2 teams. It's the level of quality. I thought Dallas had a good game early doors, especially in that battle against Sun. But of course, the quality tells in the end, doesn't it? There was a few little intricate passes, Leeds creating chances. There was one, a header for Bamford. He's got to hit it on target. It's a lovely ball in from the right on the left foot from Rafinha, and Bamford doesn't get it on target. He had another one of them games for me where he just wouldn't drop. There was one where he tried to play Rodrigo in the pass just behind, and it was really disappointing to go behind. And look, my good friend Darren Driver said on Twitter, all these people coming on about talking about Leeds need to change their style. We conceded from 2 errors and 1 from open play that had nothing to do with the style of play. So all that talk is a load of tripe. Look, it was disappointing to concede because the concede came from an error. The penalty, is it a penalty or isn't it? I don't know. I go on social media and people say it's outside the box. What I don't understand is that any Tom, Dick and Harry can clip that up, put it on social media and see that it's outside of the box. But people who are operating VAR that are trained to do so are giving a penalty. I don't know. I'm not saying it had any sort of impact on the game whatsoever. We deserve to lose, Spurs fans, okay? But it is frustrating, the fact that we lost to an error that was then a penalty. And we had a similar sort of situation against West Brom. Meslier, poor pass into KP, nipped out by Dean Garner. However, there's a difference between Dean Garner and players like Bergwijn, Son, Kane, etc. It's a definite pen, or it's a definite foul, shall we say. And it's due to an error. And Meslier, to be fair, I'll sing his praises. I've just been doing it there. I've just been on the terrace on post-match and people saying you need a new keeper. No, Meslier will be France's #1 in a few years' time. Clip that up. I think he's great. But he had one of his poorer games today. He made a couple of errors. And he made an error for the penalty. Obviously, he's not going to stop Kane's penalty, but he made an error that led to the penalty. I thought Click, as I said, I put on my notes. I thought Click was on fire in that first half. He did a few little back heels, little flicks and tricks here and there to get players through. He almost played Bamford in, but Ben Davies just nicked in front. He almost played Rodrigo in with a lovely little intricate pass. I thought he was good today. That's just my opinion. I can only say what I see. People might disagree. And of course, just before they get their second, there's a Bamford chance, okay? If you play that back, it's on its left foot. He opens up for him. I'm thinking curl, top bins, get it in there. And it was a bit like the Leicester one, although the Leicester one was much more clear-cut chance. But when Bamford missed that chance, Leicester went up the other end and scored, and it was much like this. And you can't do anything about that second goal. You can't do anything. I've seen the square ball tweet out, it's almost cheating. It's almost cheating, because that ball from Harry Kane was inch perfect. And, of course, Son's going to score from that area. It was a good finish, and Son and Kane, for me, it's one of the best partnerships in world football. Sonaldo, as people call him. I think he's absolutely epic. What a footballer. And then second half comes around, and look, not the best start. I think that's what I said on the stream. I said, look, 20-25 minutes, we've got to keep it tight. We've got to try and not concede, and maybe we'll get something out of the game. But, of course, 5 minutes in, say, Toby Alderweireld scores from a corner. We know we're not great at corners. We have been doing better. But this time it wasn't nowhere near Meslier. And that's the difference. When it's up in the air and Meslier can come for it, we don't concede. So I guess what I can see from this as a Leeds United fan is that when Meslier comes for the ball, it works. Because we haven't conceded from a set piece for a few games. And that's when balls have been up on high and Mellier's been coming and punching. This one was hard and low, front post. I think Toby Alderweireld just brushes Bamford away, gets the run on KP, and it's a header, and it is his goal. But like I say, it was even if Meslier saves it, because he makes an error for that as well. Even if he saves it, you know, Dyer puts it in. And just on Meslier as well, obviously, an error for really the save. But he also made an error for the corner. It was actually Ndombele who got the shot in that Meslier saved, and then it bounced back out and went for a corner. So there's an error there as well. I know it was a good save, but he had it in his breadbasket, as they say. But again, it went for a corner. I thought Ndombele was class for them. I thought Højbjerg was class for Tottenham as well. And I just think at that point we're 3-0 down, and then Leeds, not that the heads dropped, they do try to create, but we seem to go, we did against Manchester United and against other teams when we're struggling, we go through a period of time when we can't string 5 passes together. And ultimately the quality told in the second half. I think in that first half they had 11 shots, we had 10. In the second half, it must have been about 10 to about 3, and the difference told. Obviously, KP picks up a yellow as well later on. I was hoping, that's pretty smart, because that means he'll miss the Crawley game in the FA Cup. Turns out now that ruling's changed and he will miss Brighton, so it will be a huge loss. Obviously, Doherty gets a red card, second yellow for them. Silly challenge on Pablo. I thought Pablo did bits when he came on, as always. But ultimately, errors let us down again. You know, all these people that will say, they need to change the system against the top 6 side. Meslier error for the first. Meslier, the second one's from open play, and Bamford misses a chance just before. And the third, again, it's an error for the corner, and when we concede from the corner, error. 2 errors, you know, it's nothing to do with the system. I was expecting us to struggle today. We haven't won in London since 2017. We're up against a great Tottenham side that have Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. So it is what it is. I'm happy. I just want to thank everyone as well that got us to 20k. Please smash a like on the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.